Want to learn English fast? Then sign up for your free lifetime account in seconds and start speaking English in minutes at EnglishClass101.com. Just press play on a lesson. Learn conversations from teachers. Our teachers translate and explain every word, and you start speaking in minutes. So, sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Hi everyone! Today we'll be talking about everyday American culture in the US. Last time we talked about American supermarkets and how they're unique. This time we're going to look at how much it actually costs to live in New York City. When you think about America, perhaps one of the first things that might come to mind is the bright lights and the fast pace of the big city. For sure, in New York City, everyone who visits wants to go to the big tourist locations: Central Park, Times Square, the Statue of Liberty. But how much does it actually cost to live there? In this video, we're going to talk about the actual living costs of New York City. Let's start with the most basic thing you need to live in New York: an apartment. Without an apartment, you can't really say you live in New York City. But if you want to live in the city, you should be prepared to live in a small space. More than half of the apartments in New York City are 700 square feet or smaller. That's about 65 square meters. This could be for a studio apartment, which has no walls between the kitchen and the bedroom. Or it could be a one-bedroom apartment, which does have a separate bedroom. These kinds of places cost on average $1,890 or $2,100 respectively. So expect to pay a pretty high price if you want to live in the city. But keep in mind that a separate payment is required for heat and water in your apartment. For an average apartment, about 915 square feet in New York City, about $145 is required for utility bills. This covers heating, electricity, water, and garbage. For internet and phone, however, that's a totally separate payment. One of the best things about living in New York City is how convenient things are. If you walk down the street, you can quickly find a coffee shop, a bookstore, or a supermarket. Because of this, people who live there rarely have cars. It's quite expensive to keep one in the city. Instead, people use public transportation, like buses or the subway. For a monthly transit pass, you can expect to pay about $120. And if you want to use a taxi, fares start at $2.50. New York City is known for its wide variety of delicious restaurants. You can find food from all over the world. You can get anything from a food cart hot dog to an expensive steak dinner in New York City. Because of this wide variety, however, it's hard to determine a specific average for a meal. When living in New York City, you can imagine going to concerts, shows, baseball games, and so on. But the cost of these can get pretty pricey. If you want to see the latest film in New York City, you can expect to pay about $15 per ticket. If you want to do something a little more exciting and check out a Yankees baseball game, for example, it'll cost you about $50 a ticket. And if you want to check out Broadway and see one of the latest shows, you can expect to pay about a couple $100s for the best seats. There are lots of ways to determine the cost of living in New York City, but these are just a couple important aspects. So, how does New York City compare to big cities in your country? What are some things that are different? And what else would you like to know about American culture? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. And if you want to learn more about American culture, click the link in the description, sign up for your free lifetime account, and start learning with us today. We'll see you next time. Bye! This kicked on in the middle of the shot. Jerk. Big cities in your country. No! Memories. Comment to us, please. Compared to big cities in your country, what are some things that are different?
Okay, let's try that one more time. Your hair.
My hair is like, I want to be in the picture.
Yeah, just that one. Okay.
Thanks. And then subscribe to our channel. Uno más!
After the wind.
Yeah!